Hey golfers, Tony with Reactionary Golf. I'm here inside another lab. This is our human performance lab over here at Cavs, and we're going to go ahead and been working with the swing trainer software. I'm going to just show you some video right now, some different swings that we made. Okay golfers, we've got a couple different swings to kind of compare and look at. So we got, this is my self-generated swing of someone that kind of spins out. And we see that a lot, and that's the reason why we use the flamingo drill and feet together. So one of the things we want to take a look at is how does our normal pivot work with the pelvis, and then also what we see on the way down. And what we're going to do is just kind of look at some different things, really looking at where the club path is through impact. Now the time on these are a little bit off, so we'll see a little bit different. But one thing I want you to take a look at is look where the path is over here. And this is what we call our regular sequence reactionary golf swing. That club kind of drops under a little bit, and that's just the natural reaction as those arms are swinging, as the body's moving properly, pivoting forward. This is exactly what happens in that golf swing. It actually drops inside a little bit. Now, when you see golfers, now we're going to focus in over here. Now, when you see golfers kind of spinning out in transition, trying to get more club head speed, we actually see that head dip down more, but in this case it actually stayed up. Those hands get thrown more out, and instead of the club head being under this down backswing path that we see over here, we now go ahead and see that club head is now above the line. So we've actually come over the top with it, and that's what that spin out moves. And you can see as we get through impact how much more left this club head is swinging, and then with an open club face we're going to see that ball slice way out to the right. So those are some of the things that we really want to be careful with, and we just see a totally different posture of the pelvis. When we talk about posture of the pelvis, just kind of motion is kind of getting these kind of synced up. Still learning how to use the software, so I think I'm upside down. Yeah, there we go. Looking at it from the top view. Kind of get these synced up the best we can. And so again, it's the same backswing, but on the way down I was just kind of overemphasizing the spin out. And you can actually see how this right hip actually works backwards. And when we see this backward movement with the right pelvis, the right side of the pelvis, that throws that club a little bit more over. Okay, and we can actually see how much narrower this club now becomes off this downswing. And you can see how when we use the arms better in transition, how much longer that club head stays kind of relative, at least from this perspective, relative to the backswing path. So this is something that we can kind of really get into, is we spin out, that moves that club head more out, that gets us coming over the top, and we can see the path of this is really sharpening to the left here, which again, that means those force vectors are going left. That's putting a lot of spin on the ball. And then you can also see that, you know, staying more centered may feel like we're getting more rotation and faster speed, but it's really a lot of work. And you can actually then take away the traces of the club, and we'll just look at the pelvis, and you can see a totally different motion. So there's a lot more force going up and forward into that left foot with a regular reactionary golf pivot swing, and then when we start spinning out, we can see how that actually spins out and comes around. So it's a really different type of motion we see here. And this is something obviously with this software, the swing trainer software from the motion monitor people, we can actually now really start diving into how the pelvis works, how the arms work, and we'll be diving into this. Okay, if you want more information, come and join us on Inside the Golf Lab, where we'll get a lot deeper than just kind of scratching the surface right here. See you guys.